In a world that never stops, where our phones light up before the sun does and silence feels almost suspicious, something ancient is quietly returning. Meditation. Across offices, schools, hospitals, and even tech companies, millions are closing their eyes, not to escape, but to reconnect. In an age defined by data, algorithms, and endless stimulation, many are looking for something older than civilization itself: stillness. But here's the real question. Does meditation actually work, scientifically? Is it a genuine, measurable way to calm the mind and strengthen the brain, or just another comforting myth we've repackaged for the modern era? Is meditation the ancient key to mental clarity that science now validates, or just a modern myth we tell ourselves to cope with chaos? Today, we'll dive into what research really says, what's proven, what's questionable, and what might still belong to the realm of belief. By the end, first, we need to be clear about what we're talking about. Meditation isn't one single thing. It's not a uniform ritual or a single technique. It's a family of mental exercises developed over thousands of years, designed to train attention, emotion, and awareness. There's mindfulness, where you observe thoughts and sensations without reacting to them. There's focused attention, where you anchor your mind on a single object, like the breath, a candle, or even a sound. Mantra meditation involves repeating a phrase or word, creating rhythmic focus. Loving-kindness meditation cultivates compassion toward yourself, others, even those you struggle with. And open monitoring invites you to simply watch everything that arises: thoughts, emotions, sensations, with no judgment, no control, just awareness. Each style engages the brain differently, recruiting unique neural networks and cognitive strategies. And because of that, the effects can vary widely. Scientists also make an important distinction between state changes and trait changes. State changes are what happen during meditation: shifts in breathing, heart rate, emotional calm. Trait changes are the more lasting rewires, what might change in your brain or behavior after weeks, months, or even years of practice. So, what has science found so far? Let's start with one of the clearest, most consistent findings. Meditation helps with stress, anxiety, and depression. Across hundreds of trials and meta-analyses, mindfulness-based interventions, particularly the famous Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction Program, or MBSR, show small to moderate improvements in emotional well-being. No, meditation won't erase your problems overnight, but it can change how you respond to them. Mechanistically, it seems to calm the body's internal alarm system. Studies show reductions in cortisol, the stress hormone, and improved regulation of the autonomic nervous system, the circuitry that controls our fight-or-flight response. Brain imaging tells a similar story. The amygdala, a key region for fear and threat detection, tends to become less reactive in long-term meditators. At the same time, areas like the prefrontal cortex, involved in control and reflection, show greater activation and connectivity. In simpler terms, meditation seems to make your emotional brakes stronger and your panic button less sensitive. But can sitting quietly actually change the structure of the brain? Surprisingly, yes, at least according to some studies. MRI research has shown increased gray matter density in regions tied to attention, sensory processing, and self-awareness, such as the insula, hippocampus, and anterior cingulate cortex. Other studies have observed thicker cortex or stronger white matter connections, suggesting that meditation might improve how different parts of the brain communicate. Advanced neuroimaging, even intracranial EEG, which measures brain activity directly from electrodes inside the skull, shows that meditation can modulate deep brain structures like the amygdala and hippocampus. And then there's functional connectivity, the way information flows across brain networks to much younger individuals. It's not eternal youth, but it might be a gentler form of mental resilience. Now, before we crown meditation as a miracle, let's talk about what's less glamorous, but equally important. Most effects, while statistically significant, are modest. Meditation is not a replacement for therapy, medication, or medical care. It's a complementary tool. Second, Many studies still face methodological limitations, small sample sizes, weak control groups, or strong placebo effects. People who believe meditation will help often report better outcomes simply because they expect to. Third, there's the issue of translation. What works in a lab under ideal conditions with expert teachers may not translate perfectly to the average user scrolling through a mindfulness app on their lunch break. And then there are the exaggerated claims. No, meditation doesn't rewrite your DNA. No, it doesn't cure cancer. And no, it doesn't give you superhuman abilities or instant enlightenment. Perhaps most importantly, meditation isn't risk-free. A large review of 83 studies found that around 8% of participants experienced negative effects, increased anxiety, emotional distress, or resurfacing of traumatic memories. Like any mental training, it can stir up what's already inside. Science still has many open questions. Which meditation style works best for which outcome? What's the ideal dose? 10 minutes a day? An hour? And why do some people experience profound change, while others feel nothing at all? The fields of immunology, aging, and serious psychiatric disorders are still being explored. Some evidence is encouraging, some is contradictory, and much is still emerging. If you want to explore meditation yourself, here are a few science-backed guidelines. Start small and stay consistent. 10 to 20 minutes daily is more powerful than a rare 1-hour session. Choose a style that fits you. Mindfulness and loving kindness are great starting points. Get guidance. A good teacher, structured course, or app can help prevent frustration or confusion. Pair it with good habits. Meditation amplifies the effects of healthy sleep, nutrition, and movement. Be patient. Neuroplastic change takes time, often months or years. Listen to your mind. If difficult emotions surface, pause or reach out for support. Keep it grounded. Use meditation as one of many tools alongside therapy, conversation, and purpose. Meditation, at its core, isn't about escaping reality. It's about meeting it more fully. It doesn't erase emotion. It helps you understand it. It doesn't silence the mind. It teaches you to listen differently. From a scientific standpoint, meditation offers real, measurable benefits, particularly for stress reduction, emotional regulation, and attention. But it's not magic. It's a practice, one that requires consistency, humility, and honesty. So if you choose to meditate, don't do it to become perfect. Do it to become present. Thank you for watching. If this journey resonated with you, consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. It helps this community grow. And above all, may your practice be guided by curiosity, patience, and compassion. See you next time.